Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be trying a bunch of products that are new to my collection. Some of them are not new in the market, but they're new to me, and some are like brand new in the market. Something like this Wet n Wild spray, this also Wet n Wild primer. These are pretty new in the stores now. Some of the things that I'll be reviewing is things that I got on the VIB sale at Sephora. Okay, let's just jump right in. I've already moisturized my skin with the Tatcha Dewey Skin Cream. I love this moisturizer. I love it, I love it. Let's see, so let's get started. We're gonna start with primer, of course, and so I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus base, and it's the one that I just put up. We're off to a great start, Nancy. Okay, and so this is supposed to make your skin luminous. It feels nice. It feels like it's sliding on the skin. I always do that. I look at you guys thinking that I'm looking at the viewfinder, which is on the right hand side. I'm still very new at this, guys. It's not as easy as it looks, and I have been having a lot of problem uploading because videos, I use iMovie, and I didn't realize that I have to delete all the movies as I go along because they take up literally all the space in your laptop. And after weeks and weeks and weeks of doing research and trying to find a way around this and purchasing a program to supposedly clean up my computer, I today found a video that actually told me that the problem was that I need to delete these as I go along and empty the... Anyway, go figure. Something as, it sounds like common sense, right? I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'm going to be using this from Philosophy. It's a Renewed Hope, and it's like a BB cream. This is very hydrating, and this is what it looks like. But this one is a little bit light for me right now, so I'm going to add a couple of drops of this Benefit Happy. Hello Happy. This is the name of the foundation. So I'm just gonna take a couple, a little bit and put it in the back of my hand of the Philosophy one. Shake this up and then put a couple of drops in there. Oops, that was more than a couple. And the reason I'm mixing it with this is because this is like my summer shade, and right now one is too light, the other one's too dark. So together they should doesn't always work out that way. Give me that. I just added a little more of the Philosophy one, and I don't know, that's looking a little bit closer. And I usually just put a little bit here and test it out there first, because I can always, it's not as noticeable if it's really off. I'm gonna use my Flower Beauty sponge. It's one of my favorite from the drugstore. The other one is the L'Oreal sponge, which is like the red one. Okay. It's looking a little dark, so I'm just gonna add a little more of the Philosophy one. And now I have like way too much on the back of my hand. I hate it when I do that because I hate to waste products, obviously. And these are not, ridiculously expensive, but they're not cheap either. And I love to save money whenever I can and use my products, in a smart way. I was thinking, do you guys have products? I mean, and it doesn't have to be makeup, but just anything in your life that you just love so much that you don't want to waste it, so you never reach for it. I have a couple of products in my collection that are like that. This this moisturizer being one of them. I love it so much. I don't want to run out. It's pricey, so I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I try to save it so much that I end up never using it. And I mean, not to the point where I'm gonna let it expire or anything. Let's put a little bit in my ears there because this didn't match perfectly. Not to the point where I'm gonna let it sit around forever and let it expire, but I don't know, I have that problem. Let me know down below if you have something like that happen to you. I was thinking, because I do have a couple of products that are like that, of maybe I should do a video. Let me just let me build this up a little bit here, because here you could see my sun marks, my sun damage, which I refer to as freckles sometimes, because it just sounds cuter. Of course, I don't have freckles. For a long time though, when I was young, I used to think that they were, you know, before I knew anything about sun damage. When I was young, I used to, when I went to the beach, I would just use baby oil. You know, back in the 80s or whatever, there wasn't that much knowledge about sun damage and SPFs and things like that. And I actually got burned so bad one time. I lathered with baby oil and I fell asleep and woke up like 3 hours later, and it was bad. I don't know what degree it was, but it was up there. Had to go to the doctor, couldn't go to school, couldn't wear clothes for a couple of days. It was very bad. So I mean, this is all I have from the very many times that I did that. You know, not as bad as that one day, but from just using baby oil and nothing else, then can't complain. Okay, for concealer, moving on. I'm gonna try this Milani Conceal and Perfect. This shade is a little dark for me, so I'm going to top it up with this Revlon Candid concealer, which is a little light for me. So again, I'm just making whatever I have, making it work. And I know that when I first started with makeup, I used to be so intimidated with mixing. That and cream products scare the crap out of me. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit much. Didn't scare me, but I was intimidated and I would avoid it because I just was so insecure about it. And I don't know, as you play with makeup more and more, first you learn that that everything is reversible. It's just makeup. It's not that serious, first of all. And I don't know, the more you practice, it just gets easier. I'm gonna go in with this baby sponge. This is from, oh my god, I just drew a blank. Sorry, this is from Real Techniques, and I like to use it under my eyes. See, this is why I remember now. I think I tried the Milani once before, and I remember now why I didn't like it. It's too thick, and for my skin tone, although see how I tried using my finger on this side, what happens with that is none of the product gets pulled away, so then it ends up looking really thick and cakey, whereas with the dampened sponge, some of the product gets soaked up, and so what you're left with is just like, you know, minimal application, which is what looks more natural, which is what, you know, obviously we aim for. Yeah, I'm not really loving it, but we're just gonna leave it alone. It's looking like it's matching like my skin tone. but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's just makeup. So I'm gonna try, yes, this is the, actually I used this once before. This is the Fenty loose setting powder. Do they have different shades? Let me see. Yes, sorry. Yes, this is the Fenty loose setting powder in the shade Cashew. And I had heard really good things about this powder. Gonna use it to set my under eyes. So I'm gonna take the small sponge and I'm just gonna pick some up and I'm gonna use that to set my under eyes. And that color is too dark, I think. Wow, today is just one hot mess. Okay. It's pouring outside and I don't think I'm going anywhere, which is a good thing because, and it's not that the products are necessarily bad, it's that they just, not everything works for everyone. Yeah, that powder turned out to be too dark to use on my under eye area, so I'm just gonna use it in the rest of the face, but I'm just pouring some in the little cap here, and then I pick up a powder brush and then just pick some up, then kind of drop some back in on the cap so you're not picking up too much product. And then we're gonna set the face with that. Yeah, this powder, this color Cashew has a tint to it, and I had forgotten about that when I used it on my under eyes. So normally on your under eyes you use a translucent powder. You don't want to use anything that has any hint of color to it, because this is going to happen like what I did today, and this ends up being matching the skin, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be lighter. But I'm just gonna leave it on for today. It's gonna stay like that. Okay, the other thing, something new I picked up at the VIB sale is the Fenty bronzer, and I got mine in the shade Bajan Gyal. I don't know how you pronounce that. I tried it once before. I wasn't too impressed with it. I feel like let's just try it today. Just pick some up, tap off the excess. I feel like it goes, I know some people feel like it pulls too yellow. I don't mind that because I have a golden, yellow undertone, so that doesn't bother me. But I feel like you have to be so careful with it. Like I'm barely touching my skin with the brush because I feel like it can get patchy very quickly. And I haven't really experienced that with other bronzers. I usually just pick them up and I go ham with it on my face. I never have to be this careful. But I mean, it's not that it's necessarily bad. It's just something I feel like, you have to spend a little bit more time blending it in than other bronzers that I've used. All right. For blush, something else that I picked up on the sale is this Natasha Denona Bloom and Blush. Bloom it's Blush and Glow palette, and this has been all over the internet. It looks like this, and it has these two here are powder, and then you lift this up, and then these two are cream products. This is a blush. This is I guess can be used as a blush or a highlighter, and these two can be used at either, also blush or highlight depending on your skin tone. Actually, you know, I forgot I was gonna use this one, but I already powdered my face, so I'm gonna be only able to use the two down here. So since I can't use that blush, I have to grab one from my drawer here. Just gonna use this. This is Bobby, that's cream product also. I'm just gonna use this Catrice in the shade 60 Bronze. This is Philosophy face blush. I really love this one. And this is like a nude matte blush. I really try to stay away from shimmery blushes. And if I do use them, I can only go from here up, because this is where my pores live. This is where they reside. And the minute I put anything shimmery there, it's just like, bam, look at me. And they just look huge. So I steer clear of that. I actually picked up this one here from Milani Luminoso, and this was popular, I don't know, I guess years ago. Like everyone raved about this one, and I tried it on, and it was like insane. Like I feel like you could see my pores a mile away. So this is a no-go. But blushes like this that are matte, I really, really love. So okay, so let's go back into the Natasha Denona palette, and let's take our highlighting brush. This is from our highlighting brush from Anastasia, and I'm just gonna go back and forth, dip into both, and just apply that there. See that nice glow? Let's do the other side. Up there. Go a little bit above the eyebrows. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. The nose and the tip of the nose. Okay, I'm kind of going out of order today, but it doesn't matter. The order doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go and do my brows. Let's see. So I'm gonna be using this iconic London eyebrow set, and it's a cushion. It's a cushion one. I think I've shown it before in my channel because it came in a BoxyCharm, and I think that's where I showed it to you guys, but I really haven't used it much, maybe once before, so I wanted to just play with it today. And I'm gonna be using this brush. This is from It Cosmetics, so it has a spoolie and then just a little brush on that side. So I'm gonna dip into the lighter one, because you use lighter up until like maybe half, and then towards the tail end you go dark. So first I'm gonna comb them through, and actually guys, I'm gonna be putting up a video showing my makeup collection. I actually recorded it and it took me forever. I recorded it the other day, and then I realized that no lights were on. I just had like the bedroom light. So I have to redo that all over again. But after I put that up, I want to go in and do like on each category, like eyebrow, and show you what I have, and just then focus on showing you how I do it, or maybe any tricks that I might have learned along the way on how to make, you know, application better or easier. And then, you know, do one day I'll do like concealers, another day I'll do foundations, and then have that be like a series until we go through everything that I have, like every single step. And so when I think I'm going to start with the brow, so I'll do a more in-depth you know, video on that when I start that series. When I start that series. So for now, I'm just not gonna go into too much detail. I'm dipping into the dark one now to get that tail in. This is really nice. I really like this. Do the other side. They're not perfect, but we're just gonna leave it at that. Next I have this new eyeshadow palette from Viseart, and it is their golden hour. And this is a little tricky. These all are, here's what it looks like. First of all, all of these fell out. These little things just pop open. These are meant, I think, mostly for working makeup professionals, makeup artists, and so they pull out. Like, see, I just dropped these 3. Just came right out. So I have to be really careful how I maneuver it. And I think it's meant, yes, for them, so that so they can just shift and move things around depending on the client. So anyway, I'm gonna start off with this color. Now I'm being like paranoid. I'm gonna start with this color here to just set my eyelid. Not that I put any primer. I didn't pull out a primer, so we're just gonna skip it for today. I'm just gonna put that color all over the lid. Oh, it's looking very white. Okay. Oh, it's looking very white. I didn't realize that. I really hadn't. I think I just swatched this. Some of these, I hadn't used it before. Okay, and it's, okay, well, that's fine, whatever. It's one of those days. I think I'm gonna go into this color here as a transition, and this is one of the blending brushes from that set from BH Cosmetics. I'll link it down below, but it's a really, BH Cosmetics makes some really nice brushes and really affordable. Better than Morphe and better priced if you ask me, but you're not asking, but just volunteer that information. Okay, just putting that on the crease. When I go, again, when I start that series, I'll show you I'll show you the palettes that I own, and then I'm gonna do like a ranking. So I think I'm gonna pick like the top 5, and then do a look. Maybe just pick one of them, or maybe use all top 5 or top 3. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I think I'm going to use this color here. It's a shimmery, like a shimmery gold, light gold, very light. And I'm gonna use that to use on the lid. I'm actually gonna pick it up with my finger, just pick it up with my middle finger, and then go on the lid. Wow, oh boy, oh boy. Are you guys seeing this? Oh my God. I did not know they were so pigmented. You know, at my age, we're not, well, supposedly, we're not supposed to use like shimmer or glitter on our eyes. Well, I was never one to follow rules. and I love my shimmers. I have like a pretty decent collection of shimmers and glitters. So I love this just for like, I was planning actually on trying to go to the mall tonight, but I feel like this is so, wow. It's awesome. The pigment, you guys seeing this? That is gorgeous. Well, I have to do the other eye regardless of, sorry, I should have used my other finger for this. I don't know why I didn't. I'm ambidextrous. I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I feel comfortable with either or. It's just something interesting fact about me. It's not that common, and I don't know. When it comes to makeup, it's very handy, especially for the mascara. I don't know how people can do it, like going, I don't know, it's maybe because I've never had to, it seems so hard to me. Okay, now because this is so glam, I feel like I have to use a darker color. Jesus, I can't do a darker color on the outer edge, on the outer corners. So I'm just gonna find a small brush. This is a tiny one that just came with a Flower Beauty palette, which I really like. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into this red here, red color, burgundy red. And let's see. I'm just keeping it low. Just like the outer V. I'm actually gonna place some in the lower lash line, just kind of lightly dusting that on. Okay, let's pick some more, do the other side. And I just stamp it on where I want the most product. And then once I've deposited it by stamping, then I just kind of go a little back and forth, but just really staying on that area. And then when there's less on my brush, I just then start going in towards where that shimmer is. I'm gonna build this one up a little more because I feel it has less than the other side. Do the same thing. I'm just taking that first brush. I think this was the one we used. Actually, no. I'm just gonna take a clean brush. This one is from Morphe. It's one of their blending brushes. I don't know the number. So I was rambling on and I realized I had stopped the video and didn't press start again. So I was telling you that I wanted to try this Kaja. These are shimmer shadows. This is in the toasted caramel one, and it comes with 3 different shadows. They're all shimmers, and they go from light to dark, and you know, they're stacked up. These are really cute, and here are swatches of the 3 of them. So this the first one, the middle one, and then the one at the bottom. And just the way it's displayed here from lighter to dark. And they have like 3 other shades that they came out with, and I just got my hands on these, and at least the swatch is really, really beautiful. They feel super, super buttery. So we'll have to play with that another time. Let's finish the eyes, and I'm just gonna use my good old 24/7 Urban Decay eyeliner. I don't have a new one. I just kind of stick with these because they work. And they go on so easy and they stay on. My eyes do water throughout the day, especially like this side, I don't know why. And these do stay on. And they go on so easy. Okay, I'm set my face first, and then I'll move on to the lashes. This is new. This is from Wet n Wild Megaglo Face Mist. I just came across this yesterday at Walmart, and it says it's a limited edition. And let's just give it a shake. So this is a Dewey for Dewey skin. Oh God, I love the mister on this. And the smell is so nice. I love this. I love the smell. The mister is awesome. And it's a lot better than that other one, the coconut one. Let me show you. I like it a lot better than this one. The mister, the smell on this one is not great. It doesn't really smell like coconuts, even though it claims to be. The mister is, it kind of has like big drops that then you have to kind of, blend in with a sponge. Whereas this one, the smell is super nice, and the mister, the applicator, is so much better. It goes like really an even distribution with like tiny drops of water. So I am loving this one. If it's a limited edition, I want to make sure I go and get at least another backup before it runs out. So this is at this point where I curl my lashes. Okay, and we're gonna go in with the Essence, and I mentioned this before, Essence Lash Princess. This is one of my favorite from the drugstore. I love the applicator. It's curved. I've talked about this before. It just makes the application so easy because it hugs the corners that are hard to get to on your lashes. This kind of does the work for you. So I smudged a little bit here by accident, and the trick that I learned from one of the makeup artists at Sephora is take a Q-tip, put a little bit of a clear primer. I just put a little bit of the Photo Focus on the back of my hand, pick it up, and then just swipe it off. That doesn't disturb the concealer or the powder underneath, whereas if you go in with like a makeup remover, an eye makeup remover or something, it will remove whatever's underneath. With this or any other clear primer that you have, that trick was so helpful. Let's see, so we're done there. Just have to move on to the lips. Again, nothing new here. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay 24/7 in the shade Liar to line the lips. And then I picked up this new lipstick from Maybelline. It is a number 656 Clay Crush. And this is what it looks like. It's like a nude, brown nude, light brown. Brown peachy actually. And actually as I'm putting it on, that liner doesn't really go that well with it. But what I do is when that happens, then I bring the lipstick, I make sure I bring it all the way down to go over the lip liner. And then just have it blend in. Okay guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching it and learning about some of these products. I hope you find it somewhat helpful. Please consider joining the family by subscribing if you haven't and clicking that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a next video. Again, thank you for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.